Hello, hello. More Skunkworks puzzles. This one's rather funky. And I spent a bit of time before I clicked record trying to understand the rules and having a look at some of the examples that the set had sent through already, and I think I now understand. And I've got my little grid here where I can then hopefully draw out some skyscrapers, especially at the point where they reflect, so that I can understand what's happening there. We shall see. So the main one that stands out to me, I think, is this funky dude. And in fact, the 5 goes the other way as well, doesn't it? They have to go along all of that sort of thing. This guy because as soon as he's going to have to be relatively tall, isn't he, to be able to see 5 things before, because you're not going to count them twice when you hit that. He's just got to see all of those, doesn't he? So they've got to get bigger, else they're going to get hidden. It's one more than I thought. So he sees all of that. That acts as a thermo. That's got to be bigger than that. It sort of acts as a thermo that goes up here and then teleports to there, doesn't it? That's how that works. I haven't quite got enough clues to struggle to find one thing, sort of thing, do you? This guy's going to bounce across like that. This guy's going to bounce, and I assume that's not acting as a mirror. You just pass straight through. You must do, surely. I suppose height-wise, because he's got to see 4, he's got to be at least a 5. Because they're relatively standard. I'm totally just putting off seeing this. So, because you're going to be able to see line of sight from the vantage point. Because say that 7 clue started with something that was, I don't know, 7 tall, and along the way he could see 2 buildings that are both 2 tall. He sees both of those, doesn't he? Yeah. So if I think about distinct digits that this 7 could see, or what am I trying to say? I want the minimum number of digits. It's like that cell could repeat here, could repeat here, and could repeat there. You can have more things repeated, and that cell could repeat multiple times. That cell could repeat a couple of times. So you're able to see, because that could be a bunch of ones that he sees, say. So it throws into question if that's that, but ignoring that point. And this surely has to be where we look, by the way, isn't it? I mean, the one's vaguely interesting, but I don't think so particularly, because that could be like a 2, 1, and then nothing matters after that sort of thing. And of course, this couldn't be like a 9. And if it was an 8, because the thing I'm struggling with is, of the stuff that repeats a whole bunch down, probably matters a lot how it does its repeating, sort of thing. And of course, you could see a building of 9 height, then 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That would be perfectly fine. Here's a thought though. So this 5 has got to see 5 skyscrapers along there. I don't think he's allowed to see that one because that would imply that's okay because that implies that that's bigger than all of these, which is kind of what I want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there are exactly 12 buildings along this pathway, isn't there? So I'm pleased I made my grid nice and wide. So because the 5 is going to need to see 5 buildings at some point. And the 7 should have written down 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I knew I should have left big grid marks to make it easier to see. And then this could be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, because he's going to see that as well, isn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all your 12 year numbers. So I'm a bit perplexed how. Have you got 1 degree of freedom sort of thing? That's seeing 5, and that's seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Although, can you see something of your own height? No, you can't see something of your own height. Right. Okay. So let's say the 5 was bigger than this. Then he would have to look like that, and then that would. No, because now he sees that one. Let's make this one taller. Now he sees all those 5, and this guy sees all of those 5. 7. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So you only see things that are less than you, but aren't hidden by something else. So, is this the only way that works? Or what happens? Oh no, look at this. You can never have 2 things on this line that ever are the same. Everything either increases or decreases along here, because it sees itself all orthogonally. So that solves that problem. So I think this is the only way this works. I mean, you could either be like that, or if this guy was taller, then yeah, then you could do that, couldn't you? So either the 5 sees these 4 and that one, and then the 7 just sees all of that, or the 5 sees these 5, and the 7 sees these 6 and that one. I should have minimized all this, shouldn't I? You know that. So if that one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as a minimum, that's one scenario. Let's just duplicate this and then look at the scenario where this one's taller, and therefore No, you'd have to look like, at a minimum, you'd have to look like that for this to see those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. This now sees 5. So at a minimum, you look like that. You could look like this. And in fact, and I'm pretty convinced that that is the only way to make this pyramid shape, to make these two clues looking at each other work. Yeah. But might, I'll stick with this, I think. Yeah. So, oops, didn't want to close out. Oh no, have I now lost? No, that's okay. All right, this puzzle is, I'm finding slightly confusing. So, and of course the 7, if I think about maximums, well, isn't this, in this case, this is all entirely forced. These could grow a bit more if they wanted to. So that one could go, that one could go all the way up to there. Go all the way up to there. So in this case, that would be a 9. That would have to be an 8. That would have to 5, 6, 7 look like that. Then this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's the only way that works. This one's a bit more complicated because you could increase some stuff a fair bit. You know that this is less than that, so that would be 6 or 7. This would be 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6. Acting as a thermo like that. Yeah, I said that no two ones next to each other could ever be the same, but if I just draw in their maximums. Oh, no. The grid's too small, I can't pick accurately. So then this could be that big, this could be that big, this could be that big, this could be that big. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. Cool. Can I... what's the easiest way to do this? I'm going to... this is me. I've got both of them open on 8. Oh yeah, you could see that on that screen, couldn't you? Oh, so smart. So now these are all the possible options for these numbers, I'm pretty sure. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this has got to be at least 1, which increases all of that. Where are we up to? We're up to here. 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 or 7, 5 or 6, 4 or 5, 3 or 4, 2 or 3, 1 or 2, 8 or 9. What a weird puzzle. Very cool concept. Very strange. So, and hopefully I've got all the possible options here. Just gonna do is get rid of. No, actually, I'll keep that on the same screen for now. Oops. I quite liked having the 2 drawings up there. I'm very pleased I had my cheat sheet grid, else I would have struggled. Have I missed a thing? Whoops. 1, 2, 3. That should be a 5 or 6. Oh, I think that's because I clicked on something. So this guy is 7. That's the yellow building, which doesn't work in this scenario. Is that definitely the yellow building? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So we're definitely in this scenario, which means I can delete all of that. become, oops, I'm just going to redo this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. This in this case is 7, which means that this can't be 7. This has got to be 8 and 9. 8 and 9. 9 and 8. Let's get rid of these lines because, whoa, they're now fixed in position. And one of these is 5, so one of these does go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5. Oh no, that's still got some freedom, hasn't it? Also, could this not have been a 4? Oh no, that could have been a 4, couldn't it? Why did I not have a 4 in there? I did, and then I just deleted it. That was a bit silly, wasn't it? So hang on. Sorry, going around in circles a bit. 1, 2, 3. Yes, that should have been 4, 5, and 6. So I don't quite know which way around I am yet, I don't think. But, for example, that can't be a 4, because then that's too much like that, isn't it? And if this was 6, that would be 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So if you are in this scenario where yellow is a 6, that breaks because that because I just haven't put in the right pencil marks. Oh dear. So 6 would put 7. When you're in this scenario, you get 6, 7, 9. That's got a bunch of freedom. Have I just not copied this across properly at all? 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. Oh no, because this. Sorry, I've now completely confused myself. So this line, which is this one, in this scenario, would have to be a 3. Oops. Be a 3. So in this particular scenario, because of this up and down, no, can it be a 4? It could be a 4. Yeah. Two, 3, 1, 2. It's going to go back to here. So because of this cell, that couldn't be bigger. 5 or 6, yeah. So let's change that to 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2. And that's the same in this scenario, that can't be a 5. So that can't be 4. Can't be 4 or 3. So this is one option. That's the other option. And that cell there, which is the third one along, has to be a 3 or 4. Which puts pressure on all of this. Right. So this is a 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. That can be 4, 5, 6, or 7. That's 6 or 7. That's 5 or 6. So you do get all of that. That goes 3, 2, 1. This is a 1, 2, 8, 9. 5, 6, 4 or 5, 3 or 4, 2 or 3, 1 or 2. See the cats? Oh, there they gone. They're kind of a bit mental running around the house. So 7s are definitely here. So in my 2 scenarios, I know that goes 3, 2, 1. Get rid of all of that. Whoops. Oh, come on, click in the right place. There we go. 1, 2, 3. I can get rid of all of this. So I know one of these would be 7. So if you're in this option, that could never be 6. That would have to be 7. And so you're either going 7, 6, 5 with a 4 there, or here, one of those would have to be 6, which would be okay, wouldn't it, basically? Right, I think I'm back on track at least again, which is good. 1s and 2s up here. And there is still freedom along these parts, which is interesting. This now being a 7 in this bottom instance means that I can do that. And means that this would have to be an 8. Means I can do that, and this would have to be a 9. Oops. So, or 6 or 7, 6 or 7, 5 or 6, etc. So this is an 8-9 pair. See some cells, but I don't think that's going to be all that useful. Good. 6s, 5s. Some freedom there. And so in the case where this is 4, no, let's think about the case where this is 5. Where this cell is a 5, that's relating to this cell here, isn't it? So because you can't be that 5, 6, 7 anymore. So if that's 5, that would go 4, 7, 6. Think about this as a 5. Because what I'm sort of, or what I'm trying to get at is how, if any of this stuff interacts, but I don't think it does. It's a weird thing. This 1, 2, 3 would have to go there and there. You can actually see 0, can't you? Which is kind of weird. And that can't be 3 either, because then it would hide both of those small ones. So is that a sort of similar thing that you can... Oh, no, because this could reflect. No, because if that was a 3, it would see at most 1 and 2. And if it's 4, it would see at most one of those 2. If it's 5, see at most 2. If it's 6, then you start being able to actually see something. If this cell is 4, then we've got freedom over here. If the cell is 5... Sorry, if the cell is 4, you're in either of your 2 scenarios. If the cell is 5, you have to be in this bottom scenario, but that gives you freedom anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. Or 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm slightly feeling like I'm running out of things to be able to do on here. But I'm not entirely sure what else I could look at. That can't be 5. Yeah, in fact, this cell, because it can't be less than that, can it? There we go. That's got to be 9 and 8 and 9. And we are in the top one. Interesting. I didn't think we would be. 5, 6, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. That gives you a 4 here. And yeah, it doesn't tell you anything about that, which is interesting. But we are looking like this, which is good. And you're not going to see anything after this, so this is going to be an increasing... Whoops. That's going to act as a thermo type thing, isn't it? So this one's now done, and this one's now done. Why have I got a 7 here? That's a 3. Whoops. Why have I got 2 5s? Oh, I've just been clicking on the wrong thing entirely, haven't I? There we go. That looks better. Very good. Nice. So if that tried to be a 9, because of where the 8 is... Oh, no. This is reflecting like that, isn't it? Hmm. Yeah, because the thought was if that's a 3, you're gonna see 0, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah. That's not one. There's an 8. Wasn't expecting that. 4 5 6. Doesn't limit this at all, unfortunately, that 4 5 6. So what do I want to look at next? None of these are 9s. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that 4 to do that bit of work. So that's interesting. Ones and 2s up here. Yes, there's a 1 2. Anything else? Not really. Don't think, no. He's up there. Confusing. This cell obviously can't be a 9 because then this, and it can't be bigger than that because or else this would see 0 things. Because as soon as you're, I can clear this, can't I? If you're building and then you instantly are blocked, you're not seeing any little guys later on, are you? So I know that sees that and therefore can't see this. So this cell here has to be either smaller than that or bigger than that. That's so strange. So you see this first guy sees this second guy, then either he's hidden away or he's kind of massive. As soon as he's massive, you're done. But if he is hidden away, the next one as well is either hidden away or massive. So you can never be in that sweet spot of in between the two with this one clue. So if that was 6, that would be 7, and that breaks that. So let's say that was 5. That would work with 4 and 3, wouldn't it? Yeah. One of these is a 4. So if that's, yeah, that could be hidden. 5 3 4 works, yeah. Ha. Well, I'm making progress still. So that's good. There's some roping going on, which I hadn't even noticed. 9 1 2 3 8. That can't be 2 anymore. So I'd say there's a 1, but that's not true. This guy, perhaps. He just carries on. Just looks through there, doesn't he? Yeah, because this cell obviously can't be 8, can't be bigger than that. So again, this sees that cell. And then you've either got to be entirely blocked or you've got to be less than. So if this is a 6, that would still be okay. If this is a 5, that would have to be a 6 and then a 7. Seems alright. Very strange indeed. That can't be 5 anymore because of that cell. And that virtual thermo. If that was 4, that also doesn't work because these cells come from 4, 5, 6, and 7. So if that is 7, one of these is a 3, but that seems okay. Right. This seems pretty happy at that point, doesn't it? That I'm completely happy with. That I'm completely happy with. This has done a fair bit of work already. Oh no, hang on. If this is let's say that was a 7, that would have to be a 9. Because otherwise you'd see this. Is that useful? 7, 4, 9, 6. Leaves 3 and 5. 5, 3. I think that's okay. And the 1, 2, 9. How about this guy? So he obviously can't be 9 or 8. If he was 6, let's say, then you'd have something of height 7. Oh, nailed it. Then something of height 6. Yeah, he's only going to be able to see that guy. He's not going to see anything else. Or he could. Taller buildings obstruct shorter. So I think he would see that, but you're only seeing along one thing. So that can't be. If that was 7. What am I saying? If the cell is 7, then you get this 5, 6 pair, that would be 2. Now, if this cell's 6, that's 5, 7, 8. I'm getting very confused now. There's almost a quad along here, isn't there? Pent even, or a hidden 1, 2 pair is probably the easier way. So if that is 7, then it would be 8 there, and that doesn't work. That's not 7. If this cell is 5 or 6, let's say it was 6, again, this would be 8. So you would be allowed to see, 4 things. Yeah, because you could see another. I haven't done very well with this, have I? If this is 6, this is 8. You'd be allowed to see another 6 and then another 7, but other than that, that doesn't work. So that's not 6. But there is allowed to be 5, I think. So if that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2. So let's say that was the 2. You'd then see the one that's 6 here. This would be the 1 which you wouldn't see. Get your 4 that reflects. And then the point is you could then see another thing of size 6 and then another thing of size 7 somewhere up and down here. That would be okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 5. But yeah, that seems okay. So if you're in this scenario, no, that doesn't. This scenario doesn't work because of this 9. Because you'd get a 9 somewhere there, and the 6, 7 would have to go up here. So this is 2, which I'm not convinced is a very useful 2. That tried and that gave it its all. So maybe I now need to think about this cell, which obviously can't be 9, can't be 8. So if he was 7, you'd see 8, then 7, and you'd be allowed to see one more 8. That's not going to happen. So I reckon he's going to have to be a... Well, I would say he has to be a 1, but either way, you're sort of struggling to see some stuff, aren't you? I haven't taken a look at this at all, by the way. Which might be necessary to do. Oh, this sees 2 things, doesn't it? Oh God, I hope that hasn't changed things. Just gonna be cheeky, because I hadn't quite, or I just hadn't read that too clear at all. Maybe that was what I was meant to do. It can't be 4. That was 5. That would be hidden. So that's now bigger than both of those, which is good. If this is 5, 4, that would have to be 7 and 6. Or you could just see both of those and then you're pretty sorted. At that point, it's here. That's not a very useful pencil mark. This is done now. Oh, 9's along here almost. Can't go there, but can. This cell has got to go over here. So say that was a 7. It would then see that, and then that would work with a 5 there, wouldn't it? 5 and 4. No one, because 7 would put 6. You wouldn't allow to see 5 for any, yeah, that's not 7. Twos. Weird. Very weird. 1s and 3s, annoyingly, that can be a 3. I reckon by the end of this puzzle, I'll understand what's going on. Maybe. Right. I've thrown myself for a loop for thinking that was a 1. Or treating it as a 1. I can get back into it. So if that guy's hidden by that, then you'd have to see something else before this. So if that guy is the 4, that would have to be 5. So that can't be... If this was 6, that'll be 6, 7, and that breaks. But this could be 6. Or 5 and 4, or 4 and 5. Yep. So, where was I looking? Here? I want to go back to that. Not really, if I'm honest. Let's think about if this is a 6. Yeah, 6, 2, 1, 5, 1, 5, because 6, 5, 7, 1. That would then be 8. And then that breaks, so that's not 6. If, see, that's easier. If this guy was 6, so it's always 2, this would be 5. He'd be 7 all the way over there, which doesn't actually matter, but this would be 8. And the point is that that wouldn't then be seeing enough, because he could see another 6 and another 7, but that doesn't work, so that's not 6. So you're definitely seeing this. You're potentially seeing that. I think that can't be 7, you know. If this is 7, then 2, 5, 6 pair gives you a 1. So this is either 5 or 6. And then that would be okay, because you could see another 5, then another 6. Except you can't, because of the whole thing with the 5, 6, 9, because that one would have to be up here and also the 5 there. So this is an 8. Is that going to do nothing? Nothing. Oh, mean. So that could be 5, 6. 5, 6, 1, 4. So then he'd need to see 2 more things, which again wouldn't work because you're not seeing the 9. The 9 would block you. Can't see something at 7, yeah. So I think that is a 1. But I have to say, I don't really understand how that works. 6 would work with 5, 4. 4 doesn't work here, of course, anymore. So 5, 4 is all good. 6 would need 5, 4. So one of these is 5. Right. This now, you've got to see that one. So that one's going to be bigger. And now that clue is done. Surely that can't be that, because you're seeing 1. Hold on, I've miscounted, haven't I? Because I forgot that you count this. That's why I was being all confused. So, yeah, you only need to see 1 more thing, which could be a 7 or another 6 up here. Darn. Because that started doing a lot of things. And my passing of the rules is that you can see. It's a shame it's not written. But tool, yeah. No, I think from the way it's written, that is okay. So if this was a 1, then you'd either have 5 or 6 here. Six going to 4. So this is currently seeing 3. That's okay. If instead you were the other way around. Oh no, I'm gonna have to delete some stuff. Okay, no, let's bring that back. If instead you're the other way around here, and that goes 5, 6, 8, 2, 1, 5. Oh, 5, 6, 4. or yeah, if this was bigger than that, so if that cell's a 5, this would be 6. This has currently seen 2 things, and that doesn't work because you'd have to see another 6 and another 7. So this cell isn't 5. How long has that been there? Oh, dear Lord, sorry. 359. Man. So this has got to see both of those. Then that's fine. Joanne, do a bit of Sudoku sometime, yeah. Right, back on track. 1379. So this is going 8, 2, 5, 6, 1, 4. Oops. So it can't go 9. That's got to be 3, 9. 4, 6. 9. That works. That's good. 6, 7, 9. 3, 4, 8. 5, 4, 6. Still not sorted. Not 6. This guy's happy. This guy. Yeah, so he's gone up to 4. Then he sees that. Then he sees a 2. So he's not allowed to see a 9. And he can see a 6 or 7. That's always visible to him. Lovely job. Right. 6, 7, 8. So there's a 9. I don't think there's anything else that we can do though. This guy is what we've got to do. What can this cell be? Can't be 8, can't be bigger than this. If it was 6, it would be bigger than that. Let's say this was a 4. That would imply this has to see 1, 2, and 3, and they total have to be increasing. Which doesn't work. So if this was 5, would then see something a size 3. And then it could only see something a size 4. Hang on, have I misunderstood how that works? Because are they distinct rooftops, or are they just counting the number of rooftops? I think I'm afraid I really don't know. But I think that's got to be 7. I'm going to finish the puzzle here. And then possibly find out when I've put in all the digits that what I've done is complete nonsense. 5 can't be 8. That's got me worried. Not gonna lie. I have to carry on thinking about this. This is either 3 or 5. If it were 5, you'd then see, yeah, you could only see the 6 and stuff. So that's 3, 3, 7, 8, 7. 2, 3, 6, 7, 9, 4, 1, 5. You totally would see them twice, so I think I have done this entirely wrong. Let's finish the grid and see what the answer check says. And then I think I need to go send a message, see what's happening, or just read some of the messages, because there was a fair bit about this puzzle. 3. Also, this is seeing that. I think that could be 8. 7, 1, 6, 3, 7, 8. I mean, at least it looks like it's going to. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. 6, 1, 6, 5, 1. Give a solution. Okay. Yeah, I'm genuinely just very unsure if what I actually did was logical at all. Because if I just do something really, really simple, say you got a 5, and a 3, and then a 1 that's a mirror. I think that's seeing 2 buildings, 2 rooftops. And I don't think that's how I counted them during my solve. But I'm not sure. I'll upload this anyway, and then hopefully that can be explained. But yeah, thank you very much for the puzzle. I did enjoy, even though it was just, I was very confused. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Chat to you all sometime later.